I've been in the Warhammer hobby for just over a year now, and I've painted all manner of things like Space Marines, Tyranid aliens, hulking dreadnoughts, but I've never in my life painted something as grotesque and mutilated and weird as some Age of Sigmar Rat Ogres. So I picked up volume 2 of the Spearhead magazine, and this is exactly what I love about this product, is it lets me have a peek into another side of the hobby and play around with things I've never done before, like some horrendous, ugly, mutated Rat Ogres. These boys are covered in like fur, exposed skin, like tumours and all sorts, and it's just so unlike anything I've ever painted. I'm dying to get stuck in and give it a go. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. Let's get down to the table, take a look at these models and paint up some disgusting Rat Ogres. And here he is, our Skaven Rat Ogre, and this is what I was talking about, man. This is wild. He's got like all this exposed flesh with these markings inside of it. There's like fur. He's got what I'm assuming are boils or like just growths all over him. Like, it's absolutely crazy. There's so much wild stuff going on, and I've never seen so much exposed skin or like flesh. Everything I've painted has been like a Space Marine in armor, or like I said, a Dreadnought in armor. It's all just big chunky armor panels. I've never seen something so fleshy and grotesque. It's really cool and really interesting. It's exactly why I'm excited to paint this, and why I've been enjoying Age of Sigmar so much, is just because it's so different. But as different as the models are, we're sticking with some same paints that we've used before. So for this skin section, like you can see here, all the exposed growths and stuff, we're just going to start with a base coat of Bugmans Glow, just some nice pink flesh. And then after that, what I want to do is I make the skin, I want to make the fur and the skin like a sort of dark colour, maybe like a grey or a black or something. At least that way, when you look at the mini, the sort of grotesque, horrible, fleshy skin tones are going to be the standout section. So I'm just going to put some Bugmans Glow over all of these like lumps and bumps, put on some skin, and then we can start shading and highlighting it. Right, I was excited to paint this until I started putting on the Eshin Grey on the skin, and my god, I didn't realise how much there was. And also, it doesn't look too great, but we are going to add some dry brushing. I probably should have done that first. So we've got some Dawnstone on the dry brush. So it's going to try and brighten up some of this fur and some of the like upper facing sections, so like up here and whatnot. And I probably should have done this first, because I can imagine some of this is going to get on the, yeah, there it is, look, on the Bugman's Glow skin. It's alright, we can just touch up and fix it. But yeah, I'm just going to put on a dry brushing coat of Dawnstone, just to lighten up the top sections. I'm going to try and leave some of the stuff like in here. How dark that is. Like, I might put little bits, like just slight brushes. But for the most part, we're just going to heavily dry brush up here. And then also, probably after this, I'll do another really light dry brushing just on the fur for Administratum Grey. Just building up some greys on the fur, just try and add some sort of shading to it, make it look a little bit more vibrant and full. And then we're going to slap some Agrax Earthshade on the Bugman's Glow sections. And that's pretty much everything for the skin and the fur. Looking really good. I just topped up some of those like raised lumpy areas with a mix of Bugmans and Kislev flesh, just to differentiate them. Also put a recess shade of Riekland Fleshshade where the skin and the fur meet. I just don't do enough recess shading. It's something I really want to do more of, so I thought, you know what, we'll try and put it down there, separate that deep sort of wound area with the raised fur, And yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks so far, but it is really nice. Just like doing the two big main chunky bits and being like, you know what, I really like this. It looks good, it's cool, and I'm really happy with how it looks so far, and I'm excited to do more. Because yeah, if you watched my video last week, you'll know I painted up some Red Corsair Traitor Guardsmen. I essentially got to this point in that point and I just hated them. You know, I put on the two main colours and I was like, oh god, they look awful, I hate them. And I actually repainted the whole things, and that was the point of the video, was like sort of fixing minis I hated, because yeah, I really didn't like them. So it's nice to sort of get to that same point on a new mini, really like it, and know that yeah, the Traitor Guardsman was just a blip. You know, that's not the norm. So it's nice to get back into the flow of enjoying projects. But just slapping on some Rakarth Flesh on the actual skin areas. And then once this is done, we can start slapping on, I guess, he's got like a belt that's going to be black or brown. Oh, the tail was supposed to be Bugmans. I'll do that in a minute. And then actually, what I've been doing as well in my spare time is I've been doing a little bit of research into the Skaven clans, like all the different colour schemes. And one that I did see was Clan Scurvy. So like a nautical sort of vibe. They sort of fight on ships and nautical warfare. And their colours are yellow, basically. And yellow is a colour I don't really use as much as I would like. A lot of blacks, a lot of reds, a lot of blues, but yellow's not something I've touched. So I thought I could use yellow for this dude and make him a Clan Scurvy. So that's what this thing on the back is going to be. A nice sort of maybe Averland Sunset or Imperial Fist or something. I'm not sure. I'll look at my yellows and see what I've got, but that's what we're going to do with this black, this back tabard thing here. So I mentioned this boy was going to be Clan Scurvy, just so I could use some more yellows, because I do really like the look of this Averland Sunset, and it's a colour I don't get to use too often. So that was the main reason. But I was looking into it, and the sort of little summary I saw was that Clan Scurvy focus on nautical warfare, like ship warfare, out in sea, all this nautical stuff. And I was like, kind of got the ball rolling and kind of got this sort of like ideas flowing. And I just love the idea that these huge honking monsters of Rat Ogres, like the way they fight with them nautically on ships is they just chuck them in like catapults, launch them onto the enemy ships, knowing that they're just going to cause absolute havoc. Like imagine this huge boy like thrashing around on a small, delicate enclosed ship, you know, like just the act of fighting it would destroy the ship around it and you'd still lose anyway. So yeah, I just love the idea that that's how they fight. They like chain them up, keep them all hidden in like I don't know, a barrel's too small. Maybe they just chain them up, chuck them on a catapult, and then just launch them onto the enemy ships, knowing that they're just going to destroy it regardless, and probably go down with the ship as well. But yeah, it's just a funny image to think. I quite like putting the stories to the models sometimes. It's kind of funny. And there's all of the non-metallic colours done, all of the skin, the fur, the details, and it's looking really good. I'm so happy with it so far. I really like that yellow. It looks so nice against the dark fur and the grotty skin. It's really, really like prominent and vibrant, but also still dirty and grimy like Scavenified. I will touch on it more in the review, like we'll obviously look at it in detail, but I am really happy with the like highlighting and shading on it. I feel like I've made some strides with cloth painting, like tabard cloths and whatnot. So I think we're getting somewhere. But like I mentioned, we'll save that till the end, because we've still got a little bit left to do. I say a little bit, it's just Leadbelcher. It's just so much silver. I think pretty much everything that's unpainted, apart from this thing on the back, is silver, right? The shoulder pads, the claw, the wrist guard, the chains. Oh my god, you don't want to see all this. But like, I guess I'll include a tiny bit of it just to be like continuity, right? But the silver is going to have different effects and different shades. So some of it is going to say silver with Nuln Oil. Some of it's going to have black Templar over it. I think it's just those two. Yeah, I was considering putting some Imperial Fist over the helmet, like painting it silver and then Imperial Fist like a yellow metallic to fit that sort of scurvy clan yellow vibe. But I do think that I quite like it just being a nice hint on the cloak and the shoulder. Like, that's enough for me. So I'll probably leave it silver. But yeah, so it'll be loads of Leadbelcher, some Nuln Oil, some black Templar, and then some highlights of Stormhost, I think. Look at that, it's looking so good. Oh my god, this has flown by. Like, I was just kind of looking around to be like, okay, what's next? What's left to do? And there's almost nothing. All I got to do is paint this little bit thing at the top, this like power node, Runelord Brass, and also I've got, that I brought when I did the last Spearhead magazine, this oxide paint, which was really fun to use. Adds some like cool oxidization and kind of rusty effects to bronze, so I'm keen to break that out again. But yeah, I've just been loving it. It's been so much fun, like layering up those yellows, the fur, the gammy skin, even like these cool different levels of Leadbelcher, like the black armor panels and the silver like weaponry. It's been really fun. I've loved this so far. And it's, yeah, we're almost at the end. So I'm just going to slap the Runelord Brass and the Oxide on this thing. I'm really tempted to take that fluorescent purple we put on the tube and maybe fill in this marking on his arm, almost like it's glowing out of his body. Like whatever's in the back of this is being pumped into his skin to make him so grotesque and oversized and monstrous, this purple stuff, and it's kind of oozing out of this mark. Story-wise, I love that idea. It's really cool. I'm just not sure how bioluminescent fluorescent purple is going to look against the skin and the fur. And here he is, our Skaven Rat Ogre, and I'm blown away by this model. This is unbelievable. Like, I'm so happy with how it turned out, and like the model itself is so cool and interesting. It was such a joy to paint. There's so much going on, and I just think like it's not that bad of a paint job. Like, I think it's really good. I love the color choices of like that yellow cloak back there, and the little bit sticking out from underneath the panel. I'm so happy with this. Yeah, like 10 out of 10 on every front. There's nothing I dislike about this model. Even the base we've just done. You have to bear with me, it's on blue tack under here. Yeah, like it's just nice there. Like I tried with the base to kind of leave a little patch there, see under his foot, like he's just kind of stomped on it, and that's why there's none there. I even put a little bit of glue on his foot. Let's actually zoom in. Yeah, I put a teeny tiny bit of glue on his foot so that some of it would be like brushed against that foot, like he's just stomped out of the ground. That's why there's a patch there. But yeah, oh my god, this has been great. Like so much fun. Just a really cool, fun little project. No pressure, having fun with colours, and it's been great. I loved it so much. So yeah, if we touch on just the fur, I guess we're talking about how much we love it. The only minor change I would do is maybe spend more time on like the skin and the fur. The actual like boils and the Bugmans Glow section I'm really happy with, but that's sort of grey. It's just kind of one flat colour. Like the dry brushing and the highlights didn't add too much variance. Like I've seen some really cool images when I was researching. I had like all different layers of skin, different like tones, bright sections here, like patches of fur. Like the fur itself being a different colour from the skin, I think is the main thing. Whereas we've just done one big flat colour. So maybe we could add some variance there. I could have also like edge highlighted all of the fur, like each individual strand, and that probably would have made it pop a lot more. Maybe with some whites or some greys, but I didn't want to put in like too much effort. This is just a fun little chill project. I mean, to be fair, I was thinking of in the future doing a video, kind of like how long should you paint a model for? How much does extra, how much better results do you get for extra work and stuff like that? Like just exploring that idea. And this was kind of would have been perfect for that because yeah, like I could have put in a bit more effort, but I'm really happy with how it looks and for what I wanted out of this model, just to paint something completely different and new. I got it. So I didn't want to put in like loads more effort. 10 out of 10. I'm so happy with this. And then also we did fill in some of the sections with that fluorescent purple. So if I go bust out the UV light, so yeah, there's all the lights off, and then we turn on the UV lights. Oh, look at that. Yeah, so then turn him around. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm so glad I did that. It's a nice, like the glowing insignia in his arm, the pipe glowing. And then, yeah, I did a little bits back here as well, because there's kind of like, yeah, you can see there's like, it's kind of where there's some gaps and like some scars in his skin near the dispenser, like that copper thing on top. So I'm assuming, yeah, that copper thing contains all this pink goop that's like powering him up into an ogre. And it's like kind of seeping out of his skin there. There's like some stitches that are like closing up those lines, but it's kind of seeping open. And you've got the one around the front. Maybe I could have put in a little bit more. Actually, I don't know, it's quite good. But yeah, that's a cool image. I really like that. Oh, I don't get to use the fluorescent paint as much as I'd like, so it's quite cool to do a little project where I can like sneak it in. But yeah, what I was trying to get at is like, you can kind of see around here. Yeah, you can see there he's got some like cracks in his skin that I've painted, and he's got some stitches that I painted Runelord Brass. But just sort of like sections where whatever this purple goop power-up is seeping out. There we go, Age of Sigmar Spearhead issue 2, little Rat Ogre done, and this was incredible. Oh my god, it was so much fun to paint. Like, it's just such a cool model. The colours are really cool and interesting, and the features are just like really defined and like different. And what's interesting is I didn't come into this video thinking, oh, I want to focus on this part of painting or this technique or something. It was quite literally, this model looks fun and I want to paint it. But I ended up, I think, improving on some sections and actually getting some good reps on certain techniques. So like I mentioned, the layering up of cloth, I got some exposure for that and got to work on it. And also some of the muscles and the lumps and the bumps and the tumours, I got some cool highlighting exposure. And I think because I wasn't too bothered by the mini, I was like, oh, I want to try some different stuff or get a bit exploratory or experimental. And I kind of learned a lot. So it was interesting, an unexpected surprise and a good lesson. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other two boys. I might paint them in my spare time just because this was so much fun and I really enjoyed it. Like I do actually do some painting off camera. Not every single model I paint is on camera, but 99% of them are. But no, this was a blast and I really, really enjoyed it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it too. And if you did, I'd appreciate a like and subscribe on the video. Helps out the channel, and tune in next time. Bye!